is the theme song that opens and closes the bumper show. It takes me up to 6 o'clock p.m. And when that time reaches, I draw the curtains and take my exit. That's when the nation's head DJ exits from the studio. It's on the Monday. It's a Monday. And today happens to be the 28th day of the month of August. 30 days, September, April, June, and November. All the rest are 31 days. That's a February, right? That's 28 days. There's sometimes Libya comes in, though. So if you went to school, you know all of the smaller things. Then you be killing yourself because some of the smaller things that come into some exams. Or the national songs of our country. When I was in the University of Liberia, about 30 years ago, when I graduated, there was an old man teaching us and sometimes I went to a class. I'm forgetting the old man, he died now. You were also in the class, everyone you have to sing the national songs of our country or you write them. I forgot the old man's name. I was doing political science as an elective. In that class, when you go there, you don't know the national songs. You can pass that old man test. I don't care how he knows you. Welcome to the Bumper Show on ELBC Radio 99.9. My name is Jala Emmanuel Nikki Kalifagala Kiang Malakpulin Yaling Tokao. Sobo Manganang Poquila Jabapunu Davatema. Samashan Greyfield. And the nation's MJ. Remember Jala Greyfield chapter 1 verse 1. Let's talk and talk and talk, and never shall we fight. Party shall never be our portion. Irrespective of our political differences, let's learn to coexist. These are some of the things I'm going to discuss this afternoon, the first segment of the show. It is a monologue, meaning one will talk. After I've talked, and I can open the phone lines for you, you can also talk to me. Then on the flip side of 5 o'clock, Sano County District Number 3 representative candidate on the CDC ticket, Honorable Ellison Bonoa, will be my guest. We talk Sano County politics. We talk about so many things in the county. Sonny Bonoa will be my guest on the show at 5 o'clock. But these are some of the things I'm following this afternoon. President George Opomanek Bagugbe Sekoze Fogakronjirate Tamantape we are. President's campaign in the Western Coastal region either today or tomorrow. Witness, I will talk to other guys are red. Witness the president goes in the North Central Alliance counties, or he goes to the southeast part of the country. As the guys are ready starting with the president, as he jets back to town, I will also take the road in either the southeast or in the middle. In the North Central Alliance area. President Dr. Joshua wraps up his trip His campaign tour in Bapolo, in Bumi, and in Kidman. That's what he's in Kidman today. Controversy over the reported deteriorating health conditions of former Vice President Joseph Nyeman Boakai has flooded Facebook all around today. There are reports that he has flown to Ghana today. That report has been confirmed by his party executives. As a matter of fact, a press release was issued under the signature of Mo Ali, who happens to be the campaign spokesman of the party, that the old man Boakai left the country today. An impromptu visit, he said, called by ECOWAS leaders or leaders in the sub-region. But we are told that two of his sons accompanied him when the PD Jibo quest the party chairman this afternoon on the EFBC News. When Luther Tappe, he did not say who won with the vice president, former vice president. He could not name those who won with him. But if this visit is a political visit intended to have a conversation with somebody who is seen as the first most political leader of our country, opposition political leader of our country, the first most opposition political leader of our country. Why are they hiding? Why are they hiding? Why can't they divulge the names of the individuals who traveled with the former vice president? But reports come out that indeed two of his sons accompany him to Ghana today. That follows yesterday's engagement around Monrovia. Oh yes, I see Mr. Liar Man. You know, this country is a country when you say something to people take it in their heart, they don't let it go easily. You know, I follow Mr. Darius Dillon. He's on the campaign trail of former Vice President Joseph Boakai. He's calling for change in Liberia. Is Abraham Darius Dillon a qualified man to stay here and ask people for change? And he keeps saying the citizen government has lied to the Liberian people. Who then is a liar man? The man who lied on a simple plane ticket issue. And he went and put his mother's name into public tatat. I apologize to my mother. Why put it over name like that? So he said the citizen government is lying to the people. But everywhere Georgia goes, there are people are saying to him, thank you for developing our country. Thank you for our roads. Thank you for the infrastructure. Thank you for electricity. Thank you for fiber water. All of those, they are hailing him. I saw a little girl who introduced the president, or who spoke to the president in Kidman this afternoon. That girl should be around 11 years old. She trailed the audience. And at the end of the day, the president, His Excellency George Weah, said, I will sponsor this girl from the stage right now to high school and beyond. But Dillon tells the people that the president is not doing anything. The president is not doing anything. But what has he done? What has he fulfilled his promises to the Liberian people he made? I'll not ride any car that costs $90,000. I'll give you money, I'll put it in an escrow account for the development of Monserrado County. We're definitely all of those. Mr. Liar Man. Now with a Yuri, a former member of the CPP, latches at former Vice President Joseph Nyeman Boakai. After the former Vice President said, Ben Yuri told him that, we know Georgia will rig the election in 2017. If he does that, I will bring 12,000 men or more to make this country ungovernable. That he, Joseph Boakai, told this man called Ben Yuri, don't do so. Okay, he's a peaceful man. But what is he saying all of these things against Ben Yuri? The man who was the financier of his campaign and all of the activities in his country. You see how politics looks like? A man who was watching your back. putting money in the pockets of your people. Bernard Wilfer Ewing is not the evil man. Joseph Boakai goes on through FM and tells all the innuendos about Bernard Ewing. Bernard Ewing goes to the closing argument and follow a discussion on closing argument. He lies at the former vice president that he told a big lie for what's happening in our country. So many things happening right now. You know, I'm here. My name is Jala Grayfield. I'm the nation's Heavenly J. Please share the video and ensure that others follow the show. I will do a monologue for at least 15, 20, 30 minutes, and I will activate the phone lines for you to participate. Today, I have not seen any of our language announcers who come to pray for our country, who pray for the president, pray for the country, and prays for the elected and appointed officials of government. I have not seen them, so I will pray for us in Pele for 30 seconds in the Pele vernacular. That's the format of our program. It's intended to ask God to protect our leaders, help our country, the president, the vice president, every elected and appointed officials in the government, and every librarian anywhere. That's the format of the program. Kwa kuma plan kwa ngala fala kuna ngala ga ngale shui kwa pai pona age ku malaka age ku mante ku po bomante ku lai po daga ma Liberia bomante ku president po daga ma George Weah ku le ne po daga ma Mayo Jo Hawatira iye shemu bomante bo ku menu ga ma speaker Boffa Chimbers bomante bo Proton Abochie iye shemu kunne pole daga masane yo yaga dong pele mu kwa imalaga age ikpomate po nangala bonte gulai po daga Liberia kwa gali election ju age ye tu nwende po nu ko ba ba me nyoka bai idi likwa na age de muleleka la sha foto gulai shu maleka ba age wa nu tonona kumtu no manbo manyoka ba la sha pa ga ushi tu ma ku mo ku gbada kwa malaga age nangala age iye pele ku men ai loni inja gebanu inja maganu di tulu di ye pele ku men di kun di komba ku men bre por te konle ai agombla ngonyabla ngamedi kwa malaga age I kombla ku le men daga Liberia la shafu paba kwa maleke no nashu na nashu ta mano wala ashu ikate
It's bestliberia.com. Yeah, it's
ano nga diga banga ona ngala diga banga ina kwa ga diga kiman kante jowa kana ne swako ko kana dimega kwa. This is PCK Ask God. It is something to protect the leaders of Liberia, protect the leaders of Bon County. Ilo manyao nangala. Ipigino manya. Niga banga. Ikelek bon diga banga o. Niga mi. $10 tells me today is a birthday of a mother. This is Evelyn Nippy, August 28th this year. It's the birthday. Today is a birthday of Mother Evelyn Nippy. Your daughter $10 tells me that. How are you? Long time no see. I hope the Oma is doing well. Evelyn Nippy, welcome to the show. Happy birthday to your mother. Malangana Dagaman Jonik Bay and Gami. He couldn't blame me. He couldn't blame me. Welcome to the Bumper Show. I'm just motivating you on what this guy is saying in the song. He's asking God to protect the leaders of our country, protect Liberia, protect Liberians, protect our leaders. That's PCK. He crowns it all on the Bumper Show after the prayer section. So let me say welcome to you. Welcome to the show. It's on ERBC Radio. I want to endeavor to read some of the comments that come just at the start of the program. But sometimes it's difficult because sometimes you know it's. But again, this is campaign time. I hope everyone is in the campaign mood. I said earlier in my thesis that Mr. Sonnyboy, Ellis Sonnyboy Noah will be my guest on the flip side of 5 o'clock. He comes from Sanu County. He's a Sanu County CDC candidate for District 3. He will be here this afternoon to talk about what he's doing in the county and why the people should trust in the giving state power. In terms of representation, that was state power. So you'll be here. But let me recognize some of the guys who joined us already. There are many. Let me say welcome to you, Mr. Bob Ivangizi. He has come back from Lofa County. Bobby, welcome, Bobby. Bob Ivangizi. Buster Johnny is saying hi. Nantana Gabo saying watching for Atlanta, New Georgia. Jenkins Gato. He's here with also commenting. You are entitled to a comment. Clarence S. Joe Jr. is watching me from Vanyaman City, Lofa County. You are welcome, Clarence. I don't know what's happening here. Let me see if I can do some quick adjustment on the guys who are on the court, not the court segment, but who are sending text messages, and the guys who are on my live video. You know, this country, everyone has that. There's no one free of a side. So I'm not afraid to say my side. And if you come and say Jala Griffith is biased, it's up to you. But one thing you also realize that I'm also a government official appointed by the president of Liberia. I hold the allegiance to the president of Liberia who gave me a green letter, say go and see the LBS and be a government propagandist. The letter given to me by the president that created the position I'm sitting right now as public affairs director was clear. And my man is there, so you can say all you can say, but I've come to tell you the good news of the president, what he has done. Today, the Minister of Information, Culture Affairs and Tourism, Honorable Letero Julius Rennie, we saw a press release for him apologizing to the judicial branch of government for what appeared to be a hula baloo between the executive and that of the judicial branch of government, where they were maintaining the right apologies in the newspapers and SYZ. But let me welcome Mr. Bob Ivangizi back from Lofa County. Mervyn Nathaniel, welcome. I don't know what's happening here. My video is tripping. I don't know what's going on. But again, let me say welcome to everyone who have joined me. I will do a monologue, which I said earlier. Mohammed S. Kamara, watching from the Arab Emirates. These are the United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi. Welcome. M. Madison Shah is following me from Zulu Whiskey. J. Fokesi, Nimoyu Fokesi, watching me from 72nd Boulevard. My brother hope you have some grill there this afternoon. Some grilled fish and some grilled big tail we'll eat after here. J. Nimoyu Fokesi, the man has fingers, you know. Let me say welcome to my sister Bawu Harris C, who is in the States. That's the wife of Mr. January for the CA. James Q Manning has joined me. And William Bropa is joining me from District Number 1 in Magibi County. He says on 18-yard box. I'm in the 18-yard box. So yeah, so let me come to this. You know, early this morning, Facebook was inundated by reports of the ailing health condition of the former vice president. It went viral on Facebook. You know, for me, I don't like to talk about this in some time when it comes to people's health. But if they become a topical political issue, we cannot ignore them. We will discuss it and tell people why we think they should be discussed and why we think that this former vice president is not fit to be a president of this country as we speak. He appeared on the Tima show years back. Nobody forced him to say what he said. He was asked. He said, I have a pacemaker under my heart. A pacemaker is what they put on your heart when your heart is just around 90% almost finishing. Front Page Africa reported that the vice president was former vice president was living on supplements. He had an Indian doctor here that was giving injection every other day just to make his heart function. That he was poised to have gone to the States to do a surgery and replace the pacemaker. He went there, maybe because of politics, he was being coerced, and then by his people to come by the Liberia to prove that he is not sick, he came back. Yesterday, he was in the Painesville area, in my district number 3. As a matter of fact, I was driving, going to see my siblings around Wokiam area there, my father's place, and I met them on the TMA field. At that was a small group of people, but again, I didn't see what happened there after. Whether it was small, they lived small, whatsoever. I didn't. So he went on the 2 tours, District 4, District 3. And then all of a sudden, this morning, we are hearing that he has been flown out of the country with his 2 sons by his side. So, we are so inquisitive as an institution, like LBS. Somebody joined us and said, let's place a call to the guys who are in the political arena with the former vice president. So we place a call to Reverend Rufus, Reverend Tape. He spoke on LBS News. He said the vice president had left the country. Before then, Mo Ali placed on Facebook in a press release that he had gone on an impromptu engagement with ECOWAS leaders in West Africa and Africa. So the question is, who invited the former vice president to the meeting in West Africa? Is the ECOWAS leaders, right? So is the vice president now a sitting president of the country who they will give invitations to come attend this ECOWAS summit? And so if he were invited by the ECOWAS leaders or leaders in Africa, he has since arrived in Accra. Have we seen footages of the former vice president? No, we're not saying anything. If the guys of the Unity Party were saying the truth, that former Vice President Joseph Numa Parker left the country at an invitation from ECOWAS leaders to go to Ghana, and then you go to Nigeria and go to other countries, then by the time you arrived at the airport in Ghana, there should be a huge entourage disembarking from the plane, and the people meeting here at the airport, and they're handshaking, taking photos and SYC. We've not seen any of those. So what it tells you is a black lie. First lie, I'm rubbishing. Secondly, if they are reporting on Facebook that a former vice president is sick, and his campaign leader, normally Kanga Lawrence, is coming to say, oh, rescue Wanasero, he go visit, he will go to Ghana, he goes. So what she's not denying that, he left the country surreptitiously. As a matter of fact, the time he went on Ascal Airline, it tells you the time he left and on one condition. My friend Abraham Gossett William, the man who says on freedom every night, and then he's been abused by people XYZ, like I'm being abused, and then my wife is being abused, they threaten my life every other day, send me text messages that will get at me, the same way I get insult on this video every day, that's how Abe gets to see insult. But this country, I can say every time, let's talk and talk and talk. Let's not fight. You have yourself to protect. I have myself to protect. Then I saw someone put on Facebook, it's a D15, one small little way in that play in Nigutan. I don't know where Nigutan is, say that. Again, go across the border in Sierra Leone. Again, go to Babu. They say, and the torture host appear, he brought people. So they were sitting there on our radio, they were causing joy. We are whole day today. They say all they want to say, all the things. Nobody bothered them. But when they come to sit there and talk out and to defend George Weah, they say they want to go against us, they want to go for us. They want to take our lives. We cannot run this country like this, my people. You come from the opposition party. You were in ruling position for 12 years. You squandered and abused opportunities here, as intuned in the vice president's own statement when he was not coerced by any librarian to say what he said. When they say theirs, we don't go after them. When we say ours, they come after us. What kind of country is this? And I keep saying this over and over again. Nobody seems to be listening. When Prince Johnson, of all person, phoned a representative called I forget my brother name, from Nima County. The man was supporting his party. The man left his party. He phoned the mayor, and in a conference he said to him, "Hey, I know me, I will send men on you." A certain senator who is supporting Joseph Boakai, who claimed to be a peaceful man, a harmless dove, is saying to a man who is in opposition to him, a former partisan of his party, that I will send men on you. I have not heard one person from anywhere condemning Prince Johnson for what he said. It has been the other way, where a Joshua man comes and say, "I'm going to go against you," I will send men against Prince Johnson, or I send men against somebody in the Unity Party. They will be coming around here abusing and saying all the worst. And my worst memory of my worst time is that even those who are in the international community, who have been holding peace talks with people here and there, the ECOWAS ambassador, I've not heard anything from any of them. If they did, then I maybe before I came on this video, I've not seen it. They have not condemned Prince Johnson for what he said against our representative Gargon. He said that in a telephone conversation, he went against a man. He insulted a man who claimed to be a senator, and I'm talking about a man of God who says behind the pulpit, he stands behind the pulpit and preaches to the God of God to the people. He is abusing the man. Wow. What a blasphemy. What a hypocrisy. What a hypocrite. I get so mad in my spirit sometimes. God has patience. It only takes the wrath of God to come against people who do these things, because the dispensation that was given us when Christ died for us has not, he wiped away all the evils with it. It was the time where Ananias and Sapphira lied about selling the land and using the person to do something else when God struck them at the time. A man of God wouldn't be lying, or lying, or say what he's saying, blasphemy against God. That's how desperate they are. Let me come back to the Joseph Boakai thing. I'm close up, man. This one, I'll move on to another place. So, Ambassador Boakai has been flown over here. They say he didn't go for any. For me, I don't wish my uncle anything bad, but it's good to bring the flag on the pole and hoist the flag. You put it up and you see the stars. When it flies up, it's flown here and there. You see, this is Liberia. The truth remains our God. I listen to Reverend first Tappet. Reverend Tappet, not your first name, sir, but Tappet. He said he can't name the people that won the vice president. Or he said the man go on ECOWAS meeting. Or you go on engagement with ECOWAS leaders or whosoever. But the people that won, you can't call the people names. Mo Ali, who has been on Facebook with SYC, who is the spokesman of the party when he was the vice president in America the other time. Why did he go with the vice president if the vice president going on a very serious engagement with ECOWAS leaders and other leaders in Africa? He'll be there taking pictures, sending to Liberia. Oh, and we only one. Oh, the men me, Obasanjo, former president Obasanjo. You know what I mean? From a Ghanaian president, he's going to be the other president. That's why I say they'll be put on Facebook. But have you seen any of those? It tells you the lie these guys bring on the table. That's why I said, in the law, he lies like Satan the devil. That means it's like a serpent. A serpent who fooled Eve in the Garden of Eden. When God told Eve and said, do not eat from these fruits in this garden. This one not eat from it, even all the other fruits, but this one not eat from it. Satan the devil turned himself into a serpent and came and fooled Eve. and lured her to have eaten the forbidden fruit. And Adam was also lured into that. He ate it. That's how the man called Dillon is. A very evil-minded man, very intolerant young man. And I learned as a Jackson Pollitt. He said when we were going to school, Dillon even lied on his high school credential. Yeah, he didn't get no high school paper. Then he said he go. He falsified documents. Evidence is here. To go to India to go to do BSc. He didn't get a high school paper. He was fooled because the man called Robert Salif is his friend at the time. He was NOCA's president, and Darrell Dillon was his friend. He was a bare boy to this man. This man learned him to have gone to this Australian University in America with no document. He entered that university. He didn't enter the university. He dropped. He came out of Liberia. Out of desperation. Then is a Dillon that is on a campaign trail now. With the former vice president telling people they want to vote Joe, we have a vote Joseph Boakai, the man is a best man. What happened to what you said? What has happened, Dillon? You didn't lie on your high school credential, you lie on plane ticket, simple plane ticket business. When you wrote academic class, you said no, I wrote business class. You went to Ghana, you changed your plane ticket into a different one. Thanks to Leonard Dudu and the Front Page Africa people who brought that and brought him to his knees. He had apologized to Liberians. On that note, and I believe, and I will stand behind Abraham Dote, former also president, who was in the States, Abraham Dote. That he posted today, if it was in a very robust, let me say, bigger democracy like France, like America, Dillon would have resigned his position. You know the case of the former French presidential candidate who wanted to be president of France? When he was lied on by the girl from Guinea who said she was raped. I forget the woman's name. It was based on that, just that accusation that man did not want to be president of France. Later the girl came and apologized. He said, oh, you know, I wronged the man, I lie. But the man ruined, his chances were ruined already. So it's a Dillon we're talking about here. Does he have the guts to be passing in front of Joseph Boakai and saying, I'm not for George we are? The man who lied and say you'll get the people, I can write $90,000 car. I will rather buy a used car to be riding around here. Then I'll buy smaller cars for my staff will be using. What did they don't do? After all of those things, the $90,000 car they bought for him, he took it, then he came to her, he said, oh, they bought a car for Jerry and Sherry, and I went, I told it. So why didn't you give it back and say, I'll go sell it? You put about money in the covers of Monserrato and buy me one used car, $15,000 maybe riding it. But you roll $90,000 car, you say riding, and you get a new car again. 2 times, Dillon said you'll be a constant disruptor. That's exactly what he had. He said, I will be a constant disruptor of any evil players in the legislature. And Dillon, who promised to be a constant disruptor of the alls and the wrongs in the legislature, has now become a compromised Dillon who has won and done with his colleagues. What are they doing bad? Nobody in Dillon now. Then he said to us that you put, you only take 5,000 for your money, and put all the money back in the coffers of the government of Monserrato. Has he done so? He can't explain to anybody here. That's a blind lie. Comfort Bidian Marshall, former superintendent of Monserrato County, Honor Ellen Johnson, Jerry Bryan, was the one he said as his mother-in-law. He brought her to be the custodian of the fund that he promised. But as a family trust, the money comes to her, and she knows how to disperse it to the people. So they don't have lied to the people of Liberia. He has no guts to even sit at the front page of any political party to champion the cause of somebody. He's also a dare walking man. He might hear a voice. So, my people, inshallah, I say to you, when you know, I listened to Omen Boakai running mate called Jeremiah Kun. That man, that Joey man, he been Joey man ever since. There are reports that the government, George, has supported that man with $75,000 to win Nima County senatorial race. I read in some papers around here. I'm just saying it because to tell you how close George and that man were. When you were Joey man, he appeared on OKFM. I think that interview was done by my late young brother, my small little brother called George. I'm not dispatching him though. disparaging him. I'm just saying because of age range. He did an interview. Jeremiah Kun is on record to tell like when people say, "Oh man, Joseph Boakai praying, oh, it going down." Oh, that man, oh, he bring going down. I think I was supporting 2003 election. I don't support it again. So the man who you say the man bring oh and going down. I'm not saying it because he said it. The recording is there. You can go and find it and read it. And you don't read it, but you listen to it and just re-echoing what he said to tell to Liberian people that this thing politics is deceitful, and those who are in politics sometimes they have the deceitful. So he said they may can be president in 2023. The man who you say bring oh he can be president in 2023 is the same man who call you say I want you to be my running mate. Then you wrong when you took it. You say yeah because when you're able to take it, you took it. Sorry, I'm taking a water break. I will kind of play a music, take a more water. So he took the time to be a running mate to Joseph Boakai. But they couldn't forget that he had said these harmful words, disparaging words, and hurtful words, and disgraceful words to my uncle Joseph Newman Boakai, to accept what he said against the Oba at the time, and to accept an invitation to sit as a running mate to him. It is despicable. So no one should take it serious. But let me promise you one thing. The Nima you saw yesterday will not be the Nima today. Will not be the Nima in 2023. President Weah will be Nima. And we can assure you that Nima will not fall under Prince Johnson this time because of his political influence. You can't come to the point and they say, can you imagine the Prince Johnson man? He sits and said to the people in the summer, anybody that goes against where you will fall. That's Prince Johnson's own statement. Anybody who goes against where will fall. You talked about Joseph Boakai, pacemaker, the man own his brain. So he leaves George Weah because of political issues, and he goes back to the same people who he mocked yesterday, and they take him as a political messiah, walking through the valleys of the shadow of death. Yes, that will happen. So Joseph Boakai accepted him. The school is running mate to Joseph Boakai. But all the things Prince Johnson said yesterday, he has gone back to them. But Prince Johnson should not forget that this country does not belong to him as Prince Johnson. Nima people are now on rope. They are not political prisoners that you put rope on. They are not slaves. Like in the days of the slave trade. In Fernando Po and other places where they put chains on the necks of people, like on their waist, on their feet, and they were carrying them and they go and do this and do it, and they went to labor in plantations around the world. Those days have passed. And if you put the people of Nima on the pedigree at the time and learn them to do what you think they're doing, they say, when I go this side, let you go left, go right, go left. They are not prepared to go that way again, Prince Johnson. The people know your tactics. He comes and takes money from these politicians who want to be on that side. Takes money for George where he goes and talk about George where in Nima County, everybody follows him. Then he takes the money, build university there. He built university for himself. When your children go there, your children pay school fee in Prince Johnson School. I think Jeremiah Kun said they were say. Yeah, that man they were small. That man built a hospital in that place in Nimba. And he turned that hospital and gave it over to the government. I stand to be corrected on that because I know the last budget where they said Jeremiah couldn't give money to his own hospital in Nima, and it was wrong to have done so. Jeremiah couldn't other people can defend and say no, we'll give the hospital to the government. So it's not by the government gives support to the hospital, it's not by that government hospital. So he built and gave it to the government. But Prince Johnson made university for himself. Your children will go there, they will pay money in that university for himself and not for y'all. They see corrupt money you're getting from George, from other people around the places, and they're getting from for play for pay, because you know they sanction him for play for pay. He was here. He was here going and getting money from people and soliciting money from people in the legislature for SYZ the laws. So the post sanction, America sanctioned him. That's the money he used to build a university. But let's pray. If my uncle is not well, it's been posted around here, let him get well. Uncle Joseph Boakai, our prayers are with you. I will zero in on one thing, then I'll leave it and come to you now to open. I will activate the phone lines. You talk. So the other day, my uncle Joseph Newman Boakai was again on the radio. He sat on True FM. He was being interviewed by my friend Christopher Salih, who worked with Musa Belede. And while he was there, Belede, you know, Belede, that political giant, the man person he put on Facebook. He said, a criminal. Yeah, but one of my criminal empires is why you're man sitting on the door. You're throwing jobs at Joseph Boakai people. You also Musa Belede, a criminal. The man get illegal money. But you're begging people to get airtime on their radio. We appear on Belede's radio. Belede posted that day. It caused a serious uproar around here. It was also saturated on Facebook. Everywhere he passes there, Belede is being honored as honored as the hero of the day. Because Joseph Boakai, as a former political leader of this country, vice president, was sitting on his radio and spewing what he said in Musa Belede's verse. He was spewing lies against other people. Because Belede was in the CPP. He talked about Bernard Wefayire. And let me say one, I know Mr. Yure very well. Mr. Yure remained my political godfather in other sense. Because he took me to George Weah in 2011 when I was managing his radio station called Love FM, Love TV. He took me to George Weah. Let you come. He took me to George Weah. He said, this is my son. I was managing Love FM, Love TV, and Liberia Journal newspaper from 2008 to 2014 when I got elected as the vice president of the Press Union of Liberia. So if you are checking journalists in this country who are served in position of trust in the same field, I will be amongst the first, I think 20 or so, because there are people who served before me. In our young dispensation now, if you are checking journalists in this country who have said that people in position of trust in this profession, Jala Grave will be amongst them in the last 26 years I've practiced journalism. I will be among the 10. I said, well, I was at Radio Veritas. Legend Rennie was my boss, manager for Radio Veritas. I went to school on a Cali school in Kenya, Nairobi. I went on a Cali Church scholarship. I came back. As low as my salary was, $4,500 Liberian dollars. Over the 4 years I worked there, I came back. I was getting an offer from on the radio to go and work and get $800. Pilot Johnson knows that. Pilot Johnson is here. He knows the story. And I rejected that money. You know why? I didn't want to be an ingrate to the Cali Church that schooled me. I said I'll get 1 more year. And I stayed at the Cali Church for 1 year. Radio Veritas, reading news for them, everything. And then my salary was say $4,500. I said, no, I can't give it. So Paul Molwa, the late Paul Molwa, was from police director, called me through Gordon Gawe. Gordon Gawe is here. And Prince Gondo and Nelson Todd, they're here. They saw me one day, I'm driving around Jalad, and they say, we're looking for a manager for the station. The CEO be looking for someone. They called me, I went there. I met Paul Molwa after finishing the Paul Molwa, give me the job. And my first salary, after making $4,500, I want $550 US dollars. $550 US dollars. And Mr. Yue gave me money almost every 2 weeks, gave me almost $200 every 2 weeks because of where I performed. The former Chinese ambassador here called Joey Shao was my friend. He gave me the time to go to China for 2 months to go there and learn new skills. And he gave me computers so equipped the Love FM era. So I'm saying to the extent I know Bernard Yue. He's a good man. Sometimes people misinterpret people. So Bernard has been a savior for Joseph Boakai for all the years. Putting his personal money into his pocket and paying his people. Let it Jacob calling others. I know the story, I know. He gave them money all around the place, so to just sustain the CPP because they were going. So even after Cummins left, the CPB. Benaye was still supporting Joseph Boakai. But he was brave to go on national radio and disparage Benana as a rebel. The other way, because he said if the man is planning to come and disrupt the peace because Joe won election, say the man say, bring 12,000 men to disrupt election after election or disrupt the whole peace because Joe will raise election. There's like you selling Joseph, selling George you to the not Georgia, but you're selling Benana you to the public in the wrong way. And Benana doesn't have any intention to him disparage as you have done to him. Is that how you pay back the man who gave you all the political arsenal? Unity Party people? Who is advising my uncle? Now, then you come to the realization what Kun said. When you reach at that point in your age, then your brains are going down. In my Kun voice. But again, Benayo responded to him in a closing argument. And he rubbish everything Joseph Boakai said. And Joseph Boakai not come back one day to say what Benayo says is lie. You cannot be ungrateful to people like you who helped you over the years. Let me open the phone lines for at least for 10 minutes. Sonnyborn Noah is here. Ellis Sonnyborn Noah. I say I've announced him earlier. Representative candidate for District Number 3 in Sando County is here. We will talk to him about Sando County politics and go into what he has planned, what he has for the people of Sando County. 080-514-096. I thought to do a small monologue for you, and we can go through the other issues. 080-514-096. 770-560-560. These are the two numbers you can call. Let's talk. 080-514-096. 770-560-560. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Gregory.
Yes, you have 15 seconds to make a case, sir.
I think I'm calling you from Lopita.
Okay, sir, go ahead.
No, Mr. Gregory, one of the president said the women of grateful people who have been coming with here around here. So the women keep telling us grateful, they all around his friends that do good for him. Well, class will say you were there, and you know that you were happy. You are hearing you say the people in the office will say you're not well. So there's time
for me, I pray for him to get well. You know, I pray for him to get well.
For him to get well.
Yeah.
No, grateful to our friends, and I think we're going to rep you now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so very kindly. The next caller is here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Jala. How are you?
Good evening, my brother. I'm okay. What's your name? Where do you call from?
This is your very distinguished friend, Festus Tapa. I call from the Phoenix.
Oh, Tapa, how are you? Are you saying Maggie?
I'm in Monrovia, but my team is on home. They were having all my activities. For me, mine is not about which I want to talk about right now. For me, I just want you as a friend. You got to slow down a little bit. Bye-bye.
I don't understand what you said. You going by? You going off?
I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
I know the stakes are high, but at this kind of time, I mean, you need to take it easy, Jala.
Okay, thank you so much for that, for the advice. Hello, welcome to the next caller. Hello?
Thank you, Mr. Great Pay. Let me say, pleasant good afternoon to those following the broadcast this afternoon.
Yes.
So my name is Hussein Keu, and I joined this time from Diggsville Township.
Okay, Hussein.
So I started the conversation, and let me say thank you for some of the clarity and some of those things you said as it relates to the format of our country. But let me say this, in Liberia, what I observe from most politicians and most Liberians, especially when they have a side that they support, that side becomes the sky, the blue sky. Mm-hmm. And then whenever they turn back on that side, then they call the devil of the day.
Yeah.
So I think this is now well for our country now. We can play a very decent politics. Decent politics. Now, from the Unity Party, people should be discussing policy issue, what they can do the country, what they're capable of doing. Now, from the city, I'm going to speak campaigning on what they have done and what they want to continue.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Hussein. I agree with you. And these policy-driven issues should be discussed. Should be should be the step on which you stand to tell people, I've done this, I can do this tomorrow. I did this yesterday, I can say do it tomorrow. And I agree with you.
You see, so I think I just want to speak to the conscience of our politicians and our young people. We should be issue driven. We should not follow people who will just stand and want to see that young people who just say Amanda away to every time, and then we cannot achieve what programs for young people. There are follow politicians who have policy, who have crafted something that would benefit us as young people. So I just talk to speak to our young people and our leaders.
Okay, Hossein. Hossein, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, my brother. Thanks a lot. You made your point. Next caller is here. Welcome. What's your name? Where do you call from, my brother?
Yeah, bro, Gerard, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
From 72nd.
You from 72nd? Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, bro, Gerard, thank you for the information, but what I want to say to you is that Mo Ali is a colleague, as you regularly say. I beg you, be about the friend Mo Ali and Daro. Let me leave the paper alone. The paper is full. Every wrestling said, you got to just force the paper to run. The paper don't want to run. They just force the paper.
Just force the woman. Thank you, my brother. That was the end person of lies. That was the other people, man, I'm a liar, man. You know. Hello? The man who lie on plane ticket business, yeah? Simple plane ticket. Who money working for? When you say a boy gonna make plane ticket and go to Morocco and come back, you gonna allow now, huh? Hello, welcome to the next call. Let me hear you.
Thank you. My name is Prince, and I call you from Green Crew.
Prince, that's not your own phone name. Or call your phone name, sir.
Prince Nangwe.
Prince Nangwe, welcome.
Thank you. So, thank you for all of the analysis. But the issue about somebody being old and deaf is not something that we can predict as human beings.
I'm not predicting that either. I'm not saying that either he's old and he can't do deliver. I didn't say that either.
Yeah, but that is the information that we are circulating even on Facebook from the onset of this entire political process that bring in about Joseph Nima Boakai. Mm-hmm. And you and myself know that death is not something that no one can predict, because had that been the case, you and myself were here. We have Daniel Cassell, who was very, very energetic, and you and myself did not believe that today he will be a late president.
Only God knows. Only God knows. God has a destiny every man, and I believe what he said.
So what I want for us to be discussing is, let us discuss the issue and how best we can see the forward of our country and forget about who is coming to die and who is walking dead.
Okay, Prince. Thank you, Prince Nangbe. Thank you. The next caller, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Henry Cooper, calling from the belt of Congo.
All right, Henry, you have 15 seconds.
Okay. You know the issue, the issue you are discussing. I'm so disappointed. At this crucial stage, you discussing, instead of you setting your candidate, but you are discussing a noble man who have served us for a lot of years. And you want.
And those years he served you, what did he say to you after you served those years?
He said,
after you served for those years, what did he say to you? If your memory is very sharp than my own memory, what did he say to you?
At what point he spoke? He spoke on
he said he served you very well for 12 years. So I said, what did he say to you after 12 years?
I said for the 2 years.
For the so he said for the 2 years. I don't want to know 2 years now. So for the 2 years, what did he say after for the 2 years after he left the presidency? What did he say?
Which question was it? Which question?
I was asking, what did he say to you? He said he served you well.
He said.
No, you said the former vice president said he served well, right?
Hello. He said.
My man, don't beg this question. Or you begging the question?
He said, hello. I was quoting, and he said it of recent.
Mm-hmm.
He said, yeah, government, our government squandered a lot of opportunities. You are out recently, so he's not making mistake.
So that what you can say, we say that serve well there?
Hello.
I'm leave my line, man. That what you can call serve well. Hello, next caller will come.
Yeah, good. How are you?
Welcome, how are you?
I'm okay. Now, my name is Shrek Biggie. I'm joining from a user resident report.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm listening to almost all of your analysis when it comes to Mr. Boakai. You know, before the campaign came up, I listened to the report from the CDC. They said they have plenty of things to campaign on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the thing that you discuss here is supposed to be on the thing that you're supposed to be discussing. I think all of the tangibles that the CDC only have, how
for me, in my mind, it is not sufficient enough to convince people. So the only place.
But those things I talk about every other day, so you can't tell me what to discuss at the particular time. I know my work here to come and tell what Joshua's what he has done, what he has done, and the way he has done is about sharing to the people. So I want to come be repeating it every other day, but other thing, there are other side attractions I can discuss, brother.
I'm not telling you what to discuss, brother. It is your show, right? It is your show, and I get and I agree with you 100%. It is your show. I'm not going to tell you what to discuss on your show. All right, coming to Mr. Fu and Mr. Johnson. You know, by saying that Mr. Fu said a lot of things about Mr. Bunker, it is true that he supported Mr. Bunker in 2017, and he said we're not going to support Mr. Bunker in 2023. So he said it. But I would say to you, at times you and somebody will be together, the person will be with you. You don't know the person is easy, right? Until the person go away from you, so people will start to tell them something bad about you. The kind of person you are not. When you get to
the point that you're speaking in a disparaging way against the person in such a way.
Okay, it is true. So you know the person who's supposed to be heard about that? It is Mr. Blanca. Mr. Blanca is supposed to be heard
So
about
does that stop us from discussing the issue right now?
What?
Are you saying to me it's not prudent to discuss it now because they have reconciled it?
No,
If they have reconciled it, so does that stop me from speaking about it?
Mr. Blanca speaking about it?
No, I'm saying that if they are reconciled, he and Kun have reconciled that. Does that stop me? Yeah, if they are reconciled, does that stop me as Jalal Gravy from talking about the whole issue?
Yeah, it is true. When you say, you know, brother, I'm busy. I listen to you through the earpiece. I would like to, you know, I would like to respond to that. You know?
Yes, so I'll ask you now. Let me answer my question now. I'm the custodian of the airtime. I'm asking, I said, if Joseph Walker and that of my brother Jeremiah Kun reconciled, why you said the former vice president bring weak and going down? If they reconcile me, I can't talk about it again.
You know what I think? You know what I was saying to you? Mr. Fu is not a medical practitioner, right?
Yeah, man, don't waste my time, man. Bye-bye. Hello, the next caller, welcome. How are you? Hello? Hello? Do you want to participate? Go ahead, let me hear you.
Yeah, is this ERBC?
ERBC right here before you. ERBC right before. Yeah, ERBC, yeah, go ahead. Let me hear what your name. My own, what your name?
Maybe Foka.
Foka, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Kaketma County.
Okay, the president here, let me hear what you want to say. Let me hear what you want to say.
I'm glad the man who is ERBC, you know, the way he say in other things, I don't understand. He only talk about one candidate. He only talk about, we are here, we are supporting Jawia. But we would like, we will be talking about Jawia. But when we come,
I just about Jawia. Jawia na do pele good thing. I know you don't do good things. So I'm just talking every other day. I need one day part to the October small to October whole day to mark October small again apart. Thank you, Baba. Yeah, I can't talk about Jawia who did allow. Jawia ever know you say he's supporting Jawia doing good. I'm here every day. I say, oh, Jawia be school, he be hospital, he be road, he be the one. They have just been talking every day. I can talk it small. Now every day I be talking here. Hello. Yes, welcome.
Thank you. James Todd and Cousin Bupo.
Okay, sir.
The opposition, they are witchcraft to the owner because
they are what witchcraft?
Yeah, they are witchcraft to the owner.
Why you say that, my man?
Yeah, because you can't look at the owner in the first place. Look at the age. He is aging, and then secondly, the man is not well. And they consider to fool the owner only by knowing that you can make it.
I'm more than one come out. The way they looted this 12 years they looted this country. And Joseph Bogasekim said we will abuse opportunities and we squander opportunity abuse time. They say coming in so
the last money that we mean that they want to stand up good and something to sit down.
Oh, yeah.
Is that correct? Why should you fool the woman like that?
If me, I'm not to try to advise a man when they want to look at some of our self and say, oh, man, when you are doing when you are young, you don't do that. We just small children just coming on that every day.
Go and see Toma Fala, the way you building for ya.
All of those people are doing go to look for the children, look for the things, something to sit down with more, can put money together. When I $5,000 USA can be given every month, people will not start their career. And I want to listen to the people. So that down below and more, I mean, they want to kill it before they tell it. That's good. It's
all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The next caller, welcome. I guess this I will take it very shortly. If there are a few more calls, I will take just 5 minutes past 5 o'clock. I will take it. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm David BK Bunicola, and I call you from Panga City, Bon County.
Bunicola, welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, you now.
You have a good morning.
I'm going with the English, then from there I just summarizing.
No, you get minute down. You get more time. Go ahead.
Okay. What I want to tell our Liberians is since 1847 up to 2023 is the only president we have here that have the humanitarian consideration on people who associate himself with people when he comes to the lowest, and he is Begugbe, Manawia, and he is fed our bone from the 70s up to now. That's my first time to see president to just go and sit down with the common people. Let me be bold to you. And we will not sit there to allow people to go in the rural community and pushing other people's mind. We will not accept that. So what we are doing, we are telling our brother and sister to know the importance of our president so that he can go for the next 6 years. And after the 6 years, there will be recommendation for him, and essential certificate will be awarded to him after the 12 years.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
Playing in Bokade. So let me summarize it. Kuba nga moika kakeke abwengai. Itu ka kwa keke man dewe buniko ka ngwatere. Sao pa munuda da poka ku.
Okay. Do we have let me read this. I said it about this was done August 14, 2023. Open apology to the judicial branch of Liberia and retraction of May 20, 2023 press statement. On May 20, 2023, following a jury verdict which acquitted the defendants in the 100 million drug trial, we issued a statement criticizing the judicial verdict. The Supreme Court has determined that a said statement constitutes contempt. We hereby apologize to the judiciary and retract the statement. Frank Musa Dane Chunian, Minister of Justice, Attorney General, and Dean of the Supreme Court Bar. You know, the board chair of LBS, Information Minister, was they were called by the judicial branch of government to appear to show reason why they shouldn't be in contempt for criticizing the decision of the court to acquit the drug users. Let me take this break, and I know Sonny Ball will like this one. Let me find it, and I will come to Sonny Ball. A very good friend. He wants to contest here. I have a song from the people of Global Land, and they sang that song for President Weah. I want to find it. I can't find cruise song. One cruise song, mail. Crew people, Sabo people. Anyway, then we hear LBS. I can't take any more calls again. If you have a call, you can do that later. I can't take your calls again, but I'm trying to find a song. I hope the guys can give me some time to find a song. Musu Sally, where are you? Oh, it's a Grebo song done by some Grebo people, and tell the president thank you for his developmental initiative and all he has done in Liberia over the years. Oh, I think I see it. Let me find it. Okay. Someone Joy tells me that Tewan Gongolo, who carries a broom, will be on the morning show tomorrow morning. Man is carrying a friend and brother. Dr. Emmanuel Yue Yakpaulo as his running mate. Tewan say Gongolo. When James Tewan say Gongolo. The name the Congo game the other time when you're a small boy. Let me say good afternoon to my friend and brother Ambassador Joseph. That's Moses Swantape. Do you understand the girl vernacular, sir?
Yeah. You can go.
You can speak girl too?
Not necessarily.
But you can understand.
Yeah.
Wow. Let me say good afternoon to the man called Hilary Mento, Assistant Minister of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the newest on the block. My guest has been here ever since. I will take it very short. The crewman, the lightest voice. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you. If there was Isha, Nangla Isha, Posa Wiamanima. No, T. Young is dancing somewhere in the building. T. Young is a Deputy Director General for Technical Services. He, the one who takes care of all our equipment and our substations across the country. Right now, we're making efforts to ensure that River G comes on again on LBS as it has been. We have some technical issues there. So those of you in River G currently following us via Facebook, social media, will restore your services very shortly. The works have been done here at headquarters to bring everything back home. Let me welcome my friend and brother, Mr. Alex Sonebo Noah. How are you?
Thank you, Jara. Thank you for the opportunity. And for long.
Yeah, it's been a long while. You know, you are in the southeast, and I'm this way.
Sure.
So we're doing very. And our last encounter socially was at the county meet.
Yeah, the county meet.
I say have the photos.
We got locations. Thank you, Jara. Thank you so much.
How are you, by the way, Sonny Boy?
I'm good. In the midst of all of the ups and downs, we are good. You know, life has its own vicissitudes.
Okay.
But in the midst of that, when there's light, there is hope. So
Light,
we are
there's
good. Relatively, the people of Sano are good.
Let me sit for a while and ask you this question, and I will say the answer the question. People are listening to you now in Sano County.
Sure.
Beyond, the whole country listens to you because you are on LBS that covers the entire country. Who is Sonny Boy Noah? Alex Sonny Boy Noah? Where do you come from? Who are you? I want you to answer the question in a frame of 3 to 5 minutes or what, so less than that.
Thank you, Jara. Thank you again. And before I proceed to that question, because the time involved is enough, I want to say a very profound thanks and appreciation to the leadership of LBS, under the stewardship of Estelle, and all of you, the deputies, for the level of work, transformative activities going on here. And I'm happy, and this is my first time appearing on the LBS.
Yes, your debut presentation or appearance rather.
Yes, and I'm so glad that my friend, brother Jada, who is one of the persons that I know for a very long time, is hosting the program. Ellis Noah was born onto the union of Mr. and Mr. Noah in Joasson Bedokli, 1982, March 15. And I attended the Joasson Central High School and later went to Greenville and attended the Harrison Grisper United Methodist School, where I graduated in 2018. Later served key positions in our county. There is the group called Landmark Action.
Okay.
They were involved into training ex-combatant and war-affected people. They were in Tumutu, I know you heard about Tumutu.
Yeah, Tumutu around Bon County.
And Panama in Sino.
Oh, we had another Tumutu in that area.
So Tumutu, I just making the reference that we have another station at the time.
Okay.
Panama in
Okay,
Sino.
in Sino, yeah.
Yeah, so Panama, I served there as logistic officer from 2008 to 2011. Later served as deputy GSA director for Sino. In 2012, I came to Monrovia to further my education.
Okay.
And attended the United Methodist University, where I graduated in 2018 with BA degree. And then later in 2018, April 18, I was appointed as the head of the Port of Greenville.
Okay.
And then 2019, the MPA sent me to the U.S. to do further study in General Port Management Administration.
Okay.
So I went in the Port of Tacoma in Washington State, where I got a certificate advanced certificate in Port Management General Administration with emphasis in conflict resolution. And then later they sent me to the Port of Baltimore in Maryland, and I got SIM. Later, you know that when I got to know you, I was in the Capitol building, serving as Assistant Director for Press Services at the Liberian Senate under the stewardship of Jarawa Tompo.
And Deputy Minister of Information.
Yes. Later, I served as President for the Sano University Student Union, the conglomeration of other universities. And I mean, so on, so good. Married with 2 kids, and just a people-centered young person. Yeah.
Thank you for that. You know, I know when you were at the university there, we were also supportive of your endeavors. We gave you airtime while we were at the university, at Love FM, at OKFM on the there as one of the guys heading the. So, what is Sano County now? You are contesting. Did you resign your position as director of the port before contesting or getting to contest in District number 3? Or is your position, or was your position not an appointed position by the president? Are you say occupying the position?
So I'm on the leave of absence.
Okay.
From the day I expressed my interest, almost 3 months. So the policy says if you are contesting from the port arrangement with the position I hold, you go on leave of absence.
Okay.
So I was not appointed by the president. I was employed with 25-year job security.
Okay.
So, but by the policy of the port itself, you not need to be holding the position at the same time contesting.
Okay.
So yes, now I am on my leave and contesting.
So meaning while you're on leave, you're not taking salary?
No, that's what they call leave of absence.
Okay. I want for the sake of the local people who are listening.
Yeah, that's what it's intended for.
So if you contest in your position, while you're over, you contest to be representative, you didn't win, you can say go back at the port to occupy the same position, or they can re-stratify you, but you say have your job security for 25 years.
So again, first I'll be going back to my position because my leave people carry going for leave of absence as port manager.
Okay.
So I go back as port manager, and then later the MD can decide, because in our employment, it is the MD who determines where you are assigned, right? You can even come to head office and be standing, but with all your benefits, salary,
everything coming
right? So it is the statutory responsibility of the head of the MPA. Yeah.
Now, Sonny Boy, you are contesting in district number 3 in Sano County. What motivated you?
So, Jala, first, life is not stagnant, it's dynamic. Whenever I was listening to you briefly, you travel in several countries, and I am one of the witnesses to that. Many times when you travel and you come with compare notes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think the reason you are traveling is to improve your level of understanding with the already degree or degrees you have at the time, and you continue to travel and get certificates and take advantage of studies, right, to improve. Today, Jada was at a radio station. Now, on the national level, you're one of the deputy directors here. You were not complacent any of those radio stations that, oh, this is my zenith of my profession. You were anticipating this, and you even anticipating right now going beyond this.
Absolutely.
Because that's the worst part of life. And you know, as you grow up, as you progress in all of your activities, you want improvement. So yes, at least as a young man who served in several capacities in the county, first contested in 2011.
Oh, it is in Sano County?
Yeah, District 3, the same
Okay.
District 3. I was a young girl. At the time, I was 25, few months in 2011, and I contested, Jada. I came 5th out of the 11 candidates.
Okay.
Right? But in everything, I was a lead. Educationally, I was just high school student. Financially, I was insolvent.
Okay.
And the educational part of it was not a prerequisite.
Yeah,
right?
but the issue was what you had at the time.
Yes, the educational part was not a prerequisite, but what it brings to your level is to add value, right? Because you're going to meet Dr. Jada Grayfield as speaker, Dr. Jada Grayfield as chair on Ways Means of Founder, right? In the House, for example, if you are elected, if you just an inexperienced person who your people just send without, the educational backing or working experience, sometimes the timidity, right, will bring in about what we call bobo lawmaker. Because by the time your comrade, call the title and everything before even the name, you feel timid. And that timidity can lead you to being taciturn. And the taciturn, sometimes our people say, oh, the man in a hall, he can't talk.
A bobo lawmaker.
Bobo lawmaker. So, what is important to improve yourself, or when you get critics, whenever you in these several race and you get critics, it is meant to strengthen you, to give you the courage, right, to be able to improve yourself. So yes, when I go in the race, I had 3 different persons that were facing, right? Some people say our son, he have a brighter future, he needs to go to school. Some people say our son, he can run, people need to know him. Different views, but all those views were important. And why they were important, those people who say our son need to go to school, that's the people that encouraged me, and I came to school in 2012.
Okay.
And now serving as the poll director for almost 6 years, right? Before going back into the election. So you see the significant role they play in my life at the time. Those same people who said our son was small, they were also playing a major role that I needed
trying to
work
prepare
on
you.
certain things.
Okay.
And those things were working on. One of those things were our son have not worked before. Given the district, you're talking about some 25 to 30,000 persons that he will be representing and making decisions for. So those people also, they gave him the courage at the time to come to school, to stand before thousands of students and proffer issues on behalf of the student community. Today, I am in the public sector, right, providing service to our country as one of the youngest person. So, going back to the district in 2023 is reawakening or reinvigorating what we have started as a young person at the time.
Okay.
To the extent that our people now, they are already happy with all of the prerequisite things set up, that we are qualified now to lead our people.
Now, How confident are you, Sonenbo Noah, that you will be elected on the CDC ticket?
So
the last time I checked, you were contesting on the ticket, and there was something that what appeared to be a controversy about the Movement for Academic Empowerment candidate there, and then he felt that he was not on the ticket, he was cheated, there was no primary held, and your name surfaced as the man who is on the CDC ticket. Don't you think that could be a minus for you? That there will be no people think that there was no political competition in the primary?
So again, I will not speak to the issue of the primary beyond us.
Okay. What are your plans? What do you have on your plate? How does your platform look like?
So I have a physical platform where tangible speaks for me, not no rating warnings from political bravados who go into the political race without anything to show.
Okay.
So when I have all the intent to contest, when I took over in 2018, I plan myself sequentially with my monthly salary to be able to engage robustly in my district, that which I did profusely, and I touched every sector of my district. So I will not present people to you with fine wordings that when I win, I'm going to build hospital. When I win, I'm going to build school.
There are no waters.
I did not win. I've not gotten in a race. We have a few more days to the election, right? I've gotten an ambulance for the district, right?
Okay.
That tells you that I touch, or I am touching the health sector already. It's part of the platform, but it's
An ambulance?
Yes. Right now, it's in District 3.
What is it in the size of the district? How many person do you have in the district?
18,000 plus registrants.
Okay.
Yes. So my district is comprises of 5 statutory districts. So you get namely Joasson, Sanquin, Wakaba, Sinkon, and Tayo.
Tayo. Is that where Teje comes from?
Yeah. So
and you sound like a militant Teje. Anyone who listens to you now will say that you sound like a militant Teje.
Senator Teje will be one of my residents in my district.
Have you been told that you sound like a militant Teje?
Many people say that, but maybe because we come from the same district, so we learn it from each other, maybe too. Yes, but again, Jala. So when I said to you that I will not present any rating platform, those are things that have been presented since 1847. We found warnings. How many of our people read? How many of the old people don't read things impacted? What is important now, and that's a good thing that President Weah is winning over the oppositions. The opposition since 1847 is all about projector, giving things that they will do, showing things unbearable, and President Weah just came and just start doing tangibles. That's speaking now for him. So what I'm saying, I have not won the election yet, waiting for the official pronouncement of the NEC, but I can safely say I've touched the health sector of our county, right? Since we took the ambulance in the district.
It has been presented now?
As in 2021.
Okay.
So I presented it to the county leadership of the health system, and then we presented it to the district. Fast statutory, you have clinics in all those districts, right? And since our health people presented our ambulance Jala, they have taken over 25 persons to the referral hospital in the county by evidence of the many things from those family members who family went to Greenville safely and they came back safely, right? We did not stop there. On the magnanimity and generosity of Honorable Sir Joseph, he issued us some assorted drawers, right? When we were presenting that ambulance to our people, those drawers were divided to those clinics. Up to this time, they're using some of those assorted materials for our various clinics. We did not stop there. We touched and we are touching the health sector of our district, and not even limiting it to the district. Every school year, we have some international partners that are partnering with us. They send us school materials, and those school materials are distributed. And thank God, this is the only #1 nation platform. Our people are listening. and they will have the time to contribute today. We will not bamboozle our people because we in Monrovia and appearing before you. Everything that we saying here, we did them. I did not stop there. Attaching the infrastructure part of our people livelihood. Started since 2019. I've changed over 102 houses in from Taj to
102 houses.
Taj to Zing. So you have these people called ERA, right? ERA get a component they call Labrador Pay LPO after Labrador Pay after. You go there, Jara Gillespie from LBS, making 500. I want $1,000 worth of, and you know, goods. They will give it to you, and they determine every month
Payment
take
plan.
1,000. That's a 250 or 200 from you until you exhaust that. So ERA at the time.
Does that say is it continuing? Are you still getting some
No,
assistance
for
from them?
Sano and they closed that.
Okay.
Yeah, they closed that. ERA is not in Sano, but I think in Monrovia,
Okay.
they have that component. And then we changed 102 houses in for our people. The old people are listening. The children who are generous with those gestures, they are also listening to us. Even our opponents, they are beneficiary of our gesture to our people. Because when you went to a village that changed those people's horses, they host you. You sit down there to talk to them. So they are benefiting from that. We did not stop there, Jada. After changing those houses, after those years our people suffer, we cannot proceed on the old man house without giving a mattress. We have distributed and we continue to distribute. As we speak in stock, we have over 400 mattresses for our people.
How many have you distributed to them now?
So 102, right? Because every house that I
You
re-roof
renovated?
and re-roof, I give you a mattress. So the one we have done, over 102. Now there are more demands
So
about
each of the 102 houses you de-roofed and re-roofed,
Yeah.
they got each of them got mattress.
Sure.
And so you
that's
still
a
have
pre-
400 different
That's a
400
prerequisite.
in your warehouse.
So that's a prerequisite of turning it over. Before I turn your house over, the mattress should be there. So we did not stop them, Jada. As we speak, we have over 400. And this is the reason we got it 400. There are people who say, our son, you alone can do all. For me, my house is a little bit better and not leaking. I only want mattress.
Yeah.
So the person even helping me from building house or roofing or de-roofing house to just give me only mattress. So those people, they're going to be benefiting over 400 pieces of mattresses in our district. On the health side, did not just stop there, Jada. In our stock right now, there are team members that are going around. We have over 150 baby tubs. Our brothers, our sisters in the rural area, given the financial constraint that we face with as a country, and this president is trying his best to make sure that our people laugh. Some are on the faces of our people. We cannot say there as people who the president helped, and we cannot help our community. So now, Honor my team, Mandy, they are going from town to town in the district and getting people who are 5 months, 6 months pregnant, right, to benefit because Christmas is coming. Our brothers don't have it. They are now working. So, I mean, on the other side, we got to do something. That is going on gradually. The reports will be forwarded to all. Actions will be taken before the 5th or 6th of next month. We did not stop there. We touched the sanitation part of the living condition of our people. Jara, if you visit, or if you were to visit tonight in any of my towns, you will see the level of recession that our people will give you.
What about road connectivity here?
I
in
will
your
come
district?
there. That's a sequential arrangement of all of the things that I've done and we continue to do. So, Jara, the people will receive you, you'll be happy. At the end of the day, you used to drinking this water, Aqua Life, you will mix it up with the local water there, and you will be offset, right? Later, you will not have anywhere to go. I have taken the initiative. I started from all of our big towns that are being modern latrine. I'm talking about floors latrine with camos, and I'm paying people in the district to maintain them, because what is important, it is the sustaining part of the infrastructure that we are talking about. So if you were to just build a thing and just leave it like NGO, your effort could go in futility. So an old man in your village who have now worked in government is receiving $5,000 from me every month just to be able to maintain the latrine, because I feel more happy, I feel more impactful when I enter those places and myself join to use those facilities. These are things that we're doing for our people. We're touching every sector. We did not stop there. Just a few days ago, you were talking about the road connectivity. Just a few days ago, our people are problem with the GSM, the Orange and the Lone Star. Whenever these things happen, we get involved swiftly just to make sure that the people get the requisite things that are intended for them. The roads issue in our country is a general issue and it's not unique to our
Absolutely, I agree with you on that one.
If we were something, then you should be asking President, let's say, aspiring Boaka or presidential candidate Boaka, because I think the roads issue are part of the 12-year they squander. So I can answer that. The president is just trying to make sure that those roads or these roads are connected, but it's a gradual process. It will not happen instantaneously. So all we can do is to contribute our quota. Nationally, it's a problem, but nationally there are competing problems. In the midst of those competing problems, you prioritize the one that need to be prioritized. And that's what the president is doing. So for my district, as we speak, and you are asking me, what gave you the hope that you will be elected? Jara, I will talk to the DG and talk to you on the day of the elections. Just a day off, sit home, listen to the president. We are resolved from
that district.
Yeah, and my district only. Just president, we are in my district. I will beat everybody overwhelmingly. Because
who is the current representative?
So, fortunately for me, I'm the acting representative for the district because the current representative is going as senator. So, given that I'm the leading candidate, everybody bringing those problems, right? I've had to say I'm the sitting.
You mean Mr. Duncan?
No, Zaza.
Oh, Zaza.
No, Zaza is going as senator. As well. Yes.
And has he given you his approbation as a young brother and say, I'm going, even though we have many people in the race, but I think I can trust you?
The fact that he's going as senator, that's what it means. It means let me leave.
But what's the conversation between you and him? Have you ever had a conversation with him?
Good conversation, and we're talking. I'm talking with everybody. What is important, and this is what the president is doing. We're talking to everybody. Fortunately, on Zaza is a sitting lawmaker who is going. There is no way that you cannot talk to him and you think you can succeed. So I have spoken with him. I speak to him on a daily basis, and I'm speaking to all of the stakeholders of our district.
The issue of the crew and SAPO plays a major part of the politics in the county. Amtola Zaza is a SAPO man, and you are a crew man. Am I correct?
I'm a SAPO man.
You're a SAPO man.
Sure.
So you get the support of the SAPO people. What about the crew people? So what is it like? How does our politics still play
so
in the politics of Sanu County?
The part of the crew part that is part of the district, I got a support also.
Is that a big area?
Yeah, 2 districts.
Okay, amongst the 5.
So when you do your subtraction, we have 3, and they have 2.
And if you're comfortable supporting the SAPO man or a crew man,
sometimes I don't want to discuss it when I'm in studio because our people, the locals, don't have the problem. It's the political people who want a political power to suppress our people, who reminds our people over the devastating years we have in our country. So the locals don't have the problem. And I would not want to be talking about crew and SAPO because I enjoyed the recession when I've traveled to the crew area. Many times when I put up program, dominantly our brothers from Sanko and Taiyuan, they can be at the forefront. That's the Tawal district, and that's why they call me a reconciler. I'm going there to make sure that all of our people see themselves as people that God placed on our part or in a part of the country. It was not through their own choosing, it was the definitive of God. So if you know you were not part of it, then you cannot question it. So our people, the locals, the only time you hear about Crew and Sapo, when these people want to be re-elected. When they get a 9 year, they cool. And our locals will be having fun.
So it only comes up when election times come.
But Pat, you are just saying, you want, and you said maybe it could be 10 or 15 when they're checking journalists in the country. I will bring it to 5 and 4 because I know the level of work that you have done for the country and your level of involvement. So what I'm saying, these are things that you know about. The locals don't have problem. When elections are coming, our people fill them with lies just for the personal aggrandizement of their political gains.
Now, Sonny, let me ask you. Now, you have 2 senators. Am I correct? Okay.
Sure.
Now, one of them is Senator Chiegi.
Yeah.
Have you getting also the political approbation for Senator Chiegi?
So,
And who's the next senator? I've forgotten his name.
Senator Chie.
Chie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abbott Chie, right?
Yeah.
And so,
No, Augustine Chie. Senator Augustine Chie.
what are you engaging these people? Because if you go into these kind of elections, you are going to one district, but they are political godfathers of the county.
Exactly.
What is engagement with them?
So you will not get everybody's support, or you will not get everybody. Let me bring down your word for our people. You will not get everybody approval to contest or do what you want to do. Thankfully to me, I got the approval of Senator Chie, who is a now sitting senator, right? Because Senator Tiajejo 1 or 2 more, a time expire. You're going to apply to the Sano people.
Yeah.
Right? So you have Senator Chie, who gradually is going to be heading our campaign in the county, meaning the party.
Okay.
Right?
CDC campaign.
Even when we won the primary, instantly office declare support for all of the party candidates. And then today we enjoy the level of respectability being paid between both his offices and us, and also ourselves. So pretty soon, Senator Tiaje is going as an independent candidate. I have a senatorial candidate.
He's going as independent
on my
candidate?
party. Yes. I learned that all the party refuse him. But let's go to the specific city.
No, but you talked earlier about him leading the campaign.
No, I said Senator Chie.
Oh, okay.
You got two senators.
Okay, sorry
You
for
just
that.
said it.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. You just said it. So you're going as independent candidate. He has his own team of lawmakers called Rescue Sino, right? Replicating the rescue team or train that did not do anything for 12 years for Sino. And that's a bad nomenclature he ever put on a poster or on a banner to say rescue. So when the people see it, they just feel that Bwaka saying the man who squandered the country. So you have an independent team. So you know you will not support me.
Okay.
If Jara already have a team of representative and you know that he's supporting in a various district.
Yeah.
Fortunately for me, he carries somebody in my district who is accustomed to beating.
Okay.
So I will read
You mean the TTJ?
yeah, he's supporting somebody who is accustomed to beating in my district. And I will regurgitate that on him. And you know, they are beating him until his whole body is being softened. So he coming to me, hard man at me, young man at me, wrong.
Yeah.
So I'll beat him again.
Okay.
So the point I'm making, I don't need the approbation of all of those people, except the one who's supporting the president with their whole heart, right? Like Senator Chie, Honorable Duncan, Barbara Kier, myself. Even fortunately for me, the outgoing representative of my district supports the president. He's an independent candidate, but he supports the president.
Okay. So you get a very good chance.
That's the point. That's the point. So when I'm telling you, with all the tangibles, I said a record in the past, and those records are there. Our people looking at them. And based on those records, we're going to be victorious. And you asking me what gave you the hope? That's why I try to bring it down for our listening public. But I can assure you with the level of work that we have done. In Jara, I want to be unequivocal here on a particular talk here.
Please state it.
Ernest Noah my winning, I will tell me, even inconsequential to the winning of the president. All of us, our worry, when I say worry, our concern is for the president to win one round victory. Even worst case, I can sacrifice myself for the president to tell you how important it is that we want the president to win. So all that I'm saying, there are people who feel the election is more vital than the president legacy to be protected. I'm not one of those. The president will win his country bigly on a first round victory, and it's all that we need as supporters of this president. And that's why every area the president visited, he always lifted the hands of those lawmakers that were elected on the party ticket.
So you're also very optimistic when he visits Sano County, your hands will be lifted the same way.
So the president here Osacha, Isacha, so Sano is now Osa County. What happened in Jara, you get plenty of counties here, so I'm coming to call one of your counties. What happened in Grand Basso happened in Sino.
Okay.
And this is the type of president.
What happened in Mosura, happened in Kima,
Exactly.
happened in Bapole, happened in Bomi.
Exactly. So automatically it will happen in Sino. And we get an energetic president, who can take 1 week to complete Mosorado 17 county, where other presidential candidates, if they take 2 days, then they can go to Equator. So, but the important part is that my district will be delivered, and I trust the districts of my counterpart.
Okay.
They will also be delivered. So it tells you that Sano will be delivered to the president, one round victory.
Sonnyborn Noah, he's called Alex Sonnyborn Noah now, now the man who is on leave, he's a port director at the port of Greenville. He's on leave absent for 3 months until after election. He is my guest here. I'll give you time to talk now. At least I'll give 8 minutes to you to call us. One of the lines will be open to Sanoian. Those who are in the district, they call now on 086-680-373. That's a line you can call me. The general line is 080-514-096. General line 080-514-096. Those in that district number 3 in Sano County can call me on 086-680-373. And they can also call on 0770-560-560. That time now 12 minutes to 6 o'clock.
And don't forget, it took 12 minutes from my time. I want it to be remitted to that.
So call me now. Let's talk. Sonnyborn Noah is here, my guest on the Bumper Show on your BC Radio. My name is Jala Griffith. We are in Sano, or you reside in Montserrat. You have a concern, you can call me on those numbers. Let's have a conversation. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you. My name is Alfonso H. Pine, the son of Electoral District number 3, Sano County, and I call from Monrovia.
Okay, let's hear you.
Whether your studio guest, he's been so dishonest to himself to the extent that he miscalculated who he was born 1986. Anyway, that's not the issue.
No, but it is this.
Well,
So you know, you said that?
Since
Anyway,
1990.
that I said that's not the issue.
Okay, go ahead now.
He made mention of an ambulance that he provided to the clinic in the district. I want to categorically state that the brother is lying.
Okay.
And up till now, the old ambulance he took in the district, he has no history of taking anybody to the area.
Thank you. You made your point. 15 seconds. Let me take the next caller who is here. Let me take this caller. Hello, welcome. You live. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Jala. Good evening to Sonnyborn Noah and to our people in Sino.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Jala. My name is Sam Walker. I speak to you from Central Monterey.
Mm-hmm.
Jala, I think I need not to, say more than what Ellis just elucidated.
Mm-hmm.
Ellis is one of the person, one of the young men in the county that are making headway. He has lived a life. He has helped a lot of young people. And evident by what he just then displayed in the studio, now he's a port director. But before ascending to the port director position, he has served in so many capacities. So the people, he did not stop there. He went in the district This man is not a lawmaker. But see what he's doing. He's doing more than what even lawmakers do.
Okay.
Based on this, and the people want to elect him. So
Thank you, Sam Walker. Thank you, Sam. Others have to participate on the show. Let me go to this landline. Hello, welcome. Hello. Hello, please listen to me. Go ahead. Oh.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. This is from Jara.
Yes, where you call from?
To be precise.
Oh, you call from this one, County?
Yeah, I was from South Africa, district number 3.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to for the program this afternoon to bring our great leader to the studio to talk to the citizens of district number 3 in South Africa, where I've resigned.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very magnificent job that you are telling us such a program that those are all that listen to radio will be able to give life to another people too.
Mm-hmm.
That will be listening to radio. And the similar measures of the Noah is the purchase information. You know, people are finding that criticize issue that is rejected. It's something.
So what all you stated here, you said they are true, right?
Yeah, it's very, very connected. It's true.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Carry on with it. I'm going to get out about what I'm resigning. Mr. Noah, he promised a lot of things that he has to do. He has done so and remember.
Okay. So you ask me to do that before election or after election? All right. Thank you. Thank you. You made your point. Others have to participate on the show. All the lines are ringing. All 3 lines are ringing, and there's no much time. Let me take this caller. I said this line should be for people from Sano County. Hello, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
What is the name? Where do you call from? Are you calling from Sano County?
Yes, I'm Augustine Jagwede. I do call from Greenville District.
Okay, is that district number 3 or district what?
District number 1.
Okay, let's hear you quickly.
But then I hear from district number 3.
Okay, let's hear you, my brother.
Yes, I listened to the first caller, Alfonso H. Pine. Alfonso H. Pine is the media chairman for Central Kurusewa.
Okay, he's another candidate?
Another candidate.
Yeah, it's another candidate.
Okay.
Even though I'm now a supporter of Honorable Noah, but then Alfonso H. Pine is lying. Edison about Noma do have ambulance in the district. He also is giving mattresses to the people in the district. He also teaching their horses roof as well. So all things and some about Noah is saying they are all true.
Okay.
And we cannot allow our people to reject development. We love development, even though I'm not a supporter of him, but I support his agenda.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so very kindly. 080514096 0770560 and 086660373. Hello, are you from Sano County? Welcome. Hello. Hello.
I call from Barazil.
You come from where?
I call from Barazil, Mossad County.
Okay, I will just consider you. Go ahead.
Okay. Recommend, appreciate your studio guest in studio there on Emerson Board Noah. You know, those guys are young person who actually came up with a heart for the people. He's a selfless person. Of recent when I visited the county, I went in the district, I got to know those things actually, talk about in studio. And those things, they are tangible, they are visible in our community, and people are applauding because of the contributions to our community. So I want to add on to other people who are recommending him, so he can continue doing his good job.
Okay.
The result is, the rewards are here 2023.
Thank you. The reward is here 2023. Let me take this next caller. Hello, welcome. You are on the Bumper Show on your BC Radio.
How you doing?
I'm okay, sir. What is it and where do you call from?
This is to my call calling from Nigutown.
Nigutown. Okay, you are from Sano?
Yeah.
Sano County. Sano is my origin.
Okay, so what you want to say, sir?
All right, first of all, let me applaud my man. He is my best friend. He and myself, we've been together and we're together. We contested together. Born in the year 1983, so I know much about him. And but one of the things you said, our third strength is about
the nepotism, sectionalism, tribalism, that is not supplemental in that direction. So let me approach things first. But the matter of fact, he's a young guy who had a dream, and we have to support that. But the issues of TJ and the other why, because if you speak about tribalism, these are things that you have to go out of. Even the slogan of TJ is secure sando. Secure sando is not rescue sando, it's secure sando. So let it just be here. But myself from us, we are seeing the green of Honorable Noam. But it should not be said the matter. Just be as the way it is, and let it be himself.
Okay, thank you. The next caller is here. Thank you. Hello, welcome you on the Bumper Show.
Yeah. Good evening.
Please go ahead quickly.
Yeah, this is William Vokia. I'm calling from my Goshen residence.
Where do you come, Goshen resident?
Goshen residence is somewhere lower Mighty.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to extend my thanks and appreciation to my brother.
Are you also from Sano County?
Well, I'm a neighbor to Sano. I'm from Granty there.
Okay, from Granty. Okay.
Yeah. So I want my days once on a time.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just want to appreciate, my brother in studio there. I've been hearing of him and the activity I've been following. But he had a job. Why can't he stay on that job instead of, being young now to stay in protecting for reputation?
Now, so you know that the job he has, it says 25 years old, but it says it's a civil servant job.
People that from his district contesting.
Okay.
So my fear is that, he stay on his job.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so very kindly. The next caller, welcome, you live. Hello, welcome. Caller, are you there? Hello? Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, welcome. Go ahead and say.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me. Let me say good evening to the guests. I mean, Mama and to Patinio, you will the president of the People's Liberation Party, Mosra County. Well, in purpose to appreciate the listen to the analysis and even explaining how we why people are saying, you have to listen to some critics, go back to school, and come back, people are saying, and now he's prepared to punish people. He didn't just say, shall I agree with this? Developmental in him. So that's the reason why I'm saying, one of the problems in our country, in his district, and people are trying to stand for his.
Okay, Mana Tuba. Thank you, Mana Tuba. We have to go. Let me take the last caller. Thank you. I will take a final call from here. Everyone is just giving accolades. So I don't think he needs to answer a question of the one person. Hello, welcome. You're the last caller. 10 seconds.
Perfect. Thank you, Gerard. Good evening to everyone. I'm Eric LK, and I call from Nifo
Nifo is where in Sano?
In Sano, the 3.
Okay, let's say you, my brother.
So I would like to say a very big thank you to the incoming rep. Like you said, he has been making immediate contribution to our people, changing lives, and then making significant impact. And I just listened to one caller saying that the man brought amulet. Notice the fact that the man brought amulet. Then he come back and say that amulet. Amulet is now a commercial car that he expects to be passing around. Since the amulet was given to our people last year, he has been making some round all across the district. So I don't know where he's coming from. But the fact is that now it's granted. Since I entered Sino for the past 2 weeks now, we've been touring the entire district, and the response and reception from our people faces still all.
Okay,
like
thank you.
Said, we're just waiting for authority so that Noah will be elected.
Thank you so very kindly. This brings the call session to an end. Alex Noah is here. So respond to them. Everyone is saying like,
except that quarter. You know that young man, I gave him a job, and then he stole on a job, and the person he stole.
STOLE.
Yeah, and then the person I recommended him to call me. Jada, if you send me somewhere to get a job, anybody may refer to you.
Of course.
And then I told the person I will not encourage that. I fire him.
Oh, he was fired?
Yeah, you were fired from that job.
So he did angry?
Yeah, he did not stop there. The frustration carrying in the district. He started mixing all the hard liquor, and he got drunk. They say ambulance took you to grievous. No, but the point. So I was just telling you, if you listen to the 90 calls he received, right, and see the anger from him, then he tells you that he lie, honor, and or pretense of something that you don't want to say. But the point is that as a young man, I'm not being elected yet. You think I'll be brave to come here and say something that I've not done for my people and think it is helping me? Absolutely no. Everything that I've said has been validated by young people from cross sections of our dialectical connections in the district, and by validation, you saw out of the 1,000 scores you have, right? Only one person.
Like there's a because
yes, you can quantify that, but I was just hearing, I was not counting it one.
Okay.
And, but all that I think that is needed for our people is leaders with vision for our people. And that I can tell you, even as a friend, you will be holding me responsible if I fail my people. All that I'm thinking about now is a low ahead. It's now what I will win October 10th because it's been dusted and sealed. I'm the next representative for that district.
Alex Sonny-Bonoah is a representative candidate on the CDC ticket for district number 3 in Sando County. I'm not taking your calls again. All the lines are still ringing. We'll find time again to bring Alex back. I thank cause for that. Join me again tomorrow for another fascinating discussion. Let me say thanks to my Oma, Mother Edith Wilson, on the SKD Boulevard, and the second Boulevard, who prays for me every day. Yes, other mothers do. Thanks for being there. Join me again tomorrow. The nation's heavenly J. My name is Jala Emmanuel Grayfield. Let us say, come in the nation's heavenly J. Remember Jala Grayfield, chapter 1, verse 1. Let's talk and talk and talk, and never shall we fight. Fighting shall not be our portion. Have a good day for the nation.